What's good YouTube, it's Adam from imamusicmogul and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to show you that secret sauce that a lot of big producers are using on their sounds today, and you have to add this to your producer's toolkit. I'm telling you, this will take your sounds to a whole nother level, like all the big producers, and I'm going to show you how to use it on like big sounding records and sounds that we've heard in the past year or so. So the plugin that I'm talking about is Super VHS by Baby Audio. Now I would like to mention this video is sponsored by Baby Audio, but this plugin is literally next level. Ever since I got hold of it, I've been using it. It literally saves me the time from bringing in 7 plugins, and it essentially does everything that 7 plugins would do in one. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and just break down this plugin and then show you how to work it on different instruments and sounds. So the plugin itself is sort of like, it gives you that analog vibe to your sound, but you don't have to use it as such, and I'll show you what I mean as the video goes on. So over here we have a mix, so our wet and dry level over here. We have heat, which gives you some saturation. We have wash, which will give you some reverb. We have drift, which is going to give you some, it's a pitch fluctuation LFO, but it's going to give you some of that detuning in your sound that I love to put on sounds. It just makes it more unique, more analog-y. We have static, which will bring in some of that vinyl static sound. A lot of records uses just this on their sound to make it sound warm. So if anything else, you don't use anything but this, definitely worth it. We have shape right over here, which is a sample rate reducer, which I'll show you how that sounds in a moment. And this magic button right over here, which I'll save for a moment. So over here, we're going to apply Super VHS to the going bad piano. And this is what it sounds like in its dry format. So if you're familiar with that going bad piano, it had sort of this wishy-washy type of sound with a little bit of detuning, and this will get you literally the same effect. So off the bat, we're going to pull up some saturation here, pull out that piano a bit, add in some verb, add in some detuning, add in some static, give it that warm feel, and we're going to turn on this magic button right here, which is the chorus effect. It's like this giant chorus effects. And you literally have the piano from Going Bad. All right, so the next sound I want to show you the Super VHS on and how you can make it sound a lot cooler is the Travis Scott guitar sounds from Yosemite. So let's bring in the Super VHS plugin and just work once again. We're just gonna turn a few parameters and get this sounding really dope and like the one very close to the one in the track itself. So pull up some saturation, pull in some verb, detuning, and we're gonna turn on this magic button here, add some static, now I don't want this sound to be too 100% wet. I want to just bring this down a little bit, blend it with the dry level. And you got the guitar sound from Travis Scott's Yosemite. Very easy. Once again, friction free. You just get literally that sound that a lot of big time producers are using on today's biggest records. Next, let's go ahead and put it on an acoustic guitar from Travis Scott's Highest in the Room. And I want to showcase this one because look at all the plugins I use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plugins to get the sound. Super VHS is going to do it using just one plugin. That's what it sounds like in its dry format. All right, so for this, we're gonna go ahead and just add in some saturation. Always love to bring in that saturation. Brings it out of the mix. Added some pitch fluctuation. Added some reverb, we need it on the sound. Added some static. Adding that magic. In the room. Just gonna go ahead and bring down the mix a little bit. Goes from dry to that. And you get that spaced out vibe. Travis Scott guitars, just like that, very easily. All right, let's move along. Don't want to make this video too long for you guys, but just want to show you on a couple more sounds and instances. Over here we have the Sicko Mode lead synth. Bring in that Super VHS. I'm a fan of the saturator in this, so I'm going to bring that up. Bring in some verb. Now I'm going to use this shape right over here, so I'm going to reduce the sample rate. And that's all I'm going to do on the sound. Now, it's not going to sound good on its own, that sample rate reducer, but once I bring it with the full mix, it's going to sound really good and it'll make it pop. So that's wet without it. Kind of loses that flair. Bring it in. Gives you that crisp sort of analog vibe. Hey. All right, next I'm going to show you how to use Super VHS probably in a non-conventional way, a way that I've been using it myself as well. Just using it for literally the onboard devices. So for the clap, I literally just bring in this reverb because I kind of like the way it sounds on its own, the reverb. Sorry, actually, before we do that, I'm going to show you what this drum pattern sounds like without anything. Kind of got ahead of myself there, and then we're going to go ahead and just bring in Super VHS on each one of them and show you simple ways to use it in sort of a less in-your-face way. So like I said, on the clap, we're just going to bring in a little bit of reverb. On the 808, we're going to use a little bit of saturation. Just makes it a little bit fuller, just a little bit. Hi-hats, bring that out as well. See how the chorus sounds. I'll take that off. All right, now I'm going to A-B it. So you probably didn't hear the difference, but once I A-B it, you're going to feel sort of a different feeling. One's going to be nice, full analog, and one is going to be very dry sounding. So here it is within dry format. Bring in this all in. It's very subtle, and that's how mixing should be. All those little subtleties will equal up to a nice, great mix. You never want to overdo something unless the sound calls for it. One last thing, I want to show you how you can use Super VHS. If you don't use any of this at all, you can just use the static here for that vinyl static sound. A lot of records are using this today. They're just putting that on the master and just sort of sits in the background and just creates a little bit more of a warmth in that record. You probably don't hear it, but it's definitely there if you really focus on it. So if I add this to the drums, and I take it out, you kind of miss it when it's gone. All right, so that is Super VHS Baby Audios in a nutshell. I will place a link in the description box below this video if you want to learn more about it, but thank you to Baby Audio for making this video happen. So if you do have any questions on this, go ahead and ask me in the comment section below. go ahead, check out Super VHS. As you can see, it brings your sounds out just to a whole nother level, makes it sound really cool sounding, very easy, takes away the friction and just gets you to that sound that you hear on popular records today, as I've demoed in this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to hit that thumbs up button. And of course guys, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more good videos like this one. I'll talk to y'all soon. Later. Peace.